Okay, today I return to Blinding Sun. Today's mission, over the battlefield, 11th of January 1942, 1645. Weather is hazy. We are at Ostashevo. The German fighters seemed to mock us. You could feel it in their razor-sharp tactics, in their maneuvers. They were confident and deadly. Their steady formations, excellent teamwork, and deadly aim were all signs of long combat experience, which we could only hate and envy. Every day our flight line was getting thinner, and after every sortie a group of mechanics continued to linger by an empty spot and finally stumble off home. Unlike the Germans, we continued to fly in V's of three, unwieldy formations that held us back in maneuvers and prevented us from effectively engaging German pairs. Our teamwork also left much to be desired. Even now, many of the planes had no radios at all, or stations set to receive only and not transmit. And even if we had the ability, the tactics and experience in controlling planes in the air just wasn't there. Flight leaders had to shout their simple orders into throat mics without knowing if they'd be heard. Many of the older pilots still continued to rely on hand gestures and rocking their wings. I'm gonna try and shorten this out. We are outnumbered, outgunned, unperformed. The knowledge that I myself would be shot down and killed was centered in my mind. Ugh. The Kalinin offensive was in its fourth day, and the Western offensive in its second. 22nd Army failed to penetrate German defenses, blah 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 blah. The enemy is reportedly moving additional units towards Shakovskaya in order to stop our advance. Long columns of vehicles are jamming the roadways on approaches to the town. The 20th Army demands more airstrikes on these reinforcements and is the top priority for the 47th SAD. Everything we have is taken to the air, including our most obsolete planes like the I-5 and the R-10. Your objective, enemy vehicles between... I'm not saying it again. And the front line. Your flight, 3 MiG-3s, loadout, 2 FEB 100 kilogram bombs. I'm actually going to replace those with rockets because I'm not very good at the whole bombing thing. I'm actually going to do that now. Alright, so we have got... Come on, there we go. We will replace these with RS-82s, which we will use. And I'm going to stick to the default paint scheme, because the markings don't show up on the one that's actually supposed to be used for this. So, okay, I will see you on the runway. Okay, radiator closed, mixture rich, propeller full. We'll crack the throttle a little bit and start up. Okay. Good start on the engine. Flap set for takeoff. Trim is neutral. Here we go. Oh, I can see TB3 bomber off to the right of the runway. Pretty obsolete by now, but there were just so many of them in service. That's the problem with the Soviet Air Force, essentially. They had the best Air Force in the world in 1933. The problem was they had the same Air Force in 1939. And it took until then for them to actually start to modernize, which they were able to do remarkably quickly, but it remained a problem. Fighters, 6 o'clock! This is not what I had expected. Oh, maybe that's not immediately here, so... We have units in the area requesting immediate assistance. Where are they? Okay. I'm actually going to disregard that. I think that's another flight that's further to the south, maybe. But we'll keep our ears and eyes open. And once we get over the front, we will see what happens. But for now, I'm going to climb. Let the squadron join up in formation. And we'll be on our way. And just leading the mixture. We're pretty close to the target, and I stopped hearing those frantic radio calls. Oh, there's another one. So, I'm not sure what to think here. Oh. Please tell me. Oh, I-153s. Okay, those are ours. They might as well not be. They're so crappy, but... Okay, there are the targets. So, Zvena 1. Just target all, target freely, do whatever you like. I am going to peel off and make a first pass at this convoy. Uh-oh, they got flak. Lots of flak. Fire! Enemy ground forces destroyed. Very good. Let's have my wingman cover me just in case we get jumped by the fascists. Which I am not anticipating, but it could happen at any moment. We must keep our eyes peeled. Uh-oh. More targets. No, that's not a good pass. Oh, jeez Louise! Okay. We are flying very low, and my depth perception is not very good because it's dark and there are no real shadows. Oh, missed. Ah! Rudder controls damage, big... Ugh. No discernible holes in it. Okay. Let's make another pass, use our rockets, and then we'll go back to machine guns for a while. And see what we can do. Okay, the lead convoy. We seem to have managed to draw some blood from them. They're getting off the road. Which is interesting. Fire! More enemy ground forces destroyed. Very good. Okay. I'm actually going to enrich the mixture because we're so low. Full power, radiator full open, so that the engine does not overheat. We want to get as much speed as we can here. That's going to be the main thing protecting us from this flak. And that's all we have in terms of rockets. Yeah. So, guns, guns, guns. Ooh, hit a tank. I can't imagine it was a very big tank to be able to be destroyed by what amounts to... I'm not even sure what guns this carries. I think it has like one 12.7, one 7.62mm machine gun. I should really look into it. I usually carry gun pods, but I'm not this time because it's I was carrying those rockets. Okay, you fascists. Ground forces destroyed. Very good. And I will climb up and assess the situation, make sure there aren't any German fighters coming in. Because if there are, it would... Ooh. Fighters above, attacking those I-153s. I'm gonna try and keep my distance, actually. So let's climb, clean out the mixture. Where's my cockpit light? There we are. Okay, so engine temperature is good for now, and we're just gonna climb, see if we can duck into the clouds before these Germans turn up. Maybe buy us some time. Unfortunately, we're having to buy time with planes over there because those I-153s are getting chewed up. Not much we can do until we get up to altitude, unfortunately. Not sure what they were thinking, sending old machines like that up. There's no point. Trouble is, at this point in the war, January 1942, we are still moving our industry back behind the Urals. And they're not in full production as of yet. Which is a problem. But once they get to the point where they are, we will get a lot more machines. Then I might get a yak. I think you do get a yak later in this campaign, which is okay. Although I'm starting to get used to the MiG-3 trying to use the tactics the like of Alexander Bakrishkin, who I mentioned last time, or a while ago anyway, who would take advantage of the fact that it had a really good high altitude performance. And I was beginning to sound a little bit Scottish, but I need not do that. I need to get my accent in order, give me a minute. Oh, there we go, now it is back. And get out of the clouds, it is getting a little bit irritating. And we have our comrades over there. Yeah, where'd the Germans go? Well, they're probably right behind me, come to think of it. That tends to be how they sort of think they're the... Ooh. BF-110's down there. Well, I don't see those 109s around. They're probably waiting to... Aha, over there, waiting to ambush us. You thought I would take the bait, you fascist swine. Well, you were almost right, but no. Let's have these guys attack fighters. I have no idea where they are, come to think of it. I wasn't keeping track of them. I told them, go nuts on the convoy, and then kinda left after that. And these guys are above me, which is not a good state of affairs, but now they have just squandered their advantage. And I intend to capitalize on their stupidity, except they're about to catch me. Yeah. See if I can yank this thing around without stalling. Combat flaps, that is the key. This thing can turn pretty good once you get the flaps on combat setting. I mean, it's the MiG-3, so it doesn't maneuver too good to begin with. Ah! Anyone help me? The fascists are everywhere. Oh dear. You can pass it this one time! So they can't shoot me without... Ah! Big piece of Nazi cannon shell just clipped my wing. Time to bail out. Bail out, bail out, bail out! Bail out! Oh, heavily wounded. Yeah, we probably got roasted to perfection in that cockpit. Surprisingly, this is not the airplane where you would expect that. It was the leg 1 and leg 3 that they like to call the guaranteed varnished coffin, but you know, that is just how it is. The Germans managed to shoot us down again thanks to our inferior machine, but we're gonna end it now. It looks like we hit some stuff on the ground, a tank, a couple of trucks maybe. And I guess if we can apply that, then we'll see what is happening next time. But I'm actually going to check. If this video is still really short, if that didn't last very long, then I will do another mission in this episode, maybe. But okay, that is going to be it for now. Next time we will be at the Ruza Bridge, apparently. So, until then, I have been Mr. 66D, playing IL-2 Sturmovik, a Blinding Sun campaign. Toodaloo, bye.